Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another algebra video. Today is Thursday, March 11th, and we are going to wrap up lesson 5.7 today. One more system of inequalities to go over, and then next week we will have a review and a quiz over chapter 5. Once we do the lesson, there is an easel assignment. It is only 2 problems. And then a quick reminder, help session every Friday from 7 a.m. to 11:45 a.m. So if you weren't able to finish any assignments this week, join those help sessions and get help from your math teacher. All right, jumping into example 1, I am going to graph both these lines, shade, and then talk about the solution. So for the first line, I'm going to do it in blue, and the second line, I'm going to do it in green, per usual. So my first line starts at -1, and my slope is 1 over 1. So I'm going to go up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, and draw my line the best I can. Ooh, that was not straight, but it works. And then for my green line, my first point is at +3. And my slope is still 1 over 1. So up 1 over 1. Connect the dots here. That was not a good connect the dots. That's better. All right. Now for my shading. So this inequality symbol tells me to shade under the line. And the blue inequality line, I'm going to shade above the line. So this means that there is infinitely many solutions, because remember, these parallel lines will go on forever and ever and ever and never touch. So any point that falls in between these two lines is a solution. So instead of taking the time to write that, we put infinitely many. One last system of inequalities to graph, and I'm going to first convert them into slope-intercept form so that I can graph them. So I'm going to do the first equation in blue. I'm going to start by adding x to both sides so that I'm just left with y on the left. So I have my first equation done, and now for the second one in green, x minus y. This time I'm going to subtract x from both sides, and I get -y. And with a -y, I can't graph that, so I need to make it into a positive y. So if I divide both sides by -1, I get a positive y, and then a positive x and a positive 1. But I need to remember, oops, I don't know why I have that as a -1. I get a negative right here. Okay, starting over, it was a +1, I had it negative. Negative divided by a positive is a negative. And then when I divide or multiply by a negative inequality, I need to turn my sign around so that the statement is still true. Now I'm going to graph both of these inequalities. I'm going to start with the green one. My first point is at -1, and my slope is up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. And connect the dots and draw my line. Then for the blue equation, my first point is at +2, and my slope is up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. And connect those dots. And now to shade. So this symbol means I need to shade below. And this inequality symbol tells me I need to shade above. So everything in between these two lines is a solution to the inequality. And instead of writing every single point, we will just write infinitely many solutions. So your homework for today is another easel assignment. It's a worksheet we created, and it only has 2 problems. So that is all you have to do for today. And so make sure you have all of the assignments that we've completed this week done and turned in. They will be due Monday at midnight. And if you guys have any questions, attend office hours tomorrow, and we will see you